I don't know.
Oh, I think it was on recently.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for when.
You're still waiting for when? Do you know? I think it was last night. I'm gonna have a look. Hold on. Click, click, click. Oh shit, Dale! It was on last night.
Oh, well, I'll join you in about an hour.
All right. Sorry everyone. We'll be back in an hour. Bye. Hey Dale.
What?
Then Bugglebots.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah,
Oh, wicked. Oh, it was so good, wasn't it?
yeah. I didn't really watch it, to be fair.
Ugh, well, it just you'll have to stay quiet throughout the Shuntcast. I've roped a Roboteer into the show again. What am I like?
Oh dear.
So, ladies and gentlebots, on the show this evening, Dale and I are joined by a Roboteer whose bot is made exclusively from compressed mushy peas and is the Bugglebots 2018 Best Driver Award winner. So, of course, it's Maximum Ogredrive's Sam Price. Woo woo!
Hi, I am that guy that she just said the name of. Hi.
How does it feel to own a robot made exclusively from compressed mushy peas?
Very strange and earthly and wholesome, I guess. I don't know.
Did Suv help with the compressing of the peas?
Yeah, he sent me lots of peas. Whether I wanted them or not was not really an issue. He just sent them, and yeah.
Did he give a reason for sending you a large amount of peas?
No, he just started doing it. It's just sort of out of the blue.
Does
Really?
he still do it?
He does still do it. Yes, he sends me
So-
Christmas cards with peas in.
Oh wow! So every now and then, just in the post,
Every now and again,
peas
just
turn
peas.
up.
Yeah, just peas. Yeah.
Wow, that's There you go, ladies and gentlebots. Today you learned the driver of Maximum Ogredrive gets sent peas in the post by the
Yep.
commentator on Bugglebots.
Well, it is that time of year for peas on Earth.
Oh,
There we go.
oh dear, oh dear.
Oh,
I
that's
think,
why I'm here.
oh yes, I think we should get straight into the fights on that note, Dale.
Yeah.
So first up in Bugglebots Heat 1, our first eliminator is newbies Rust in Pieces versus Sir Lancerfrog. Now, Rust in Pieces is a cluster bot, and the team are new to Bugglebots, and they're going up against Lancerfrog, which is the Dung Beetle melee winner from last season. And I have to admit, I had Frog for this one, but Rust in Pieces just completely dominated this fight. So Lancerfrog is a great lifter bot, but Rust in Pieces were just clearly winning the low wedge game here. What did you think of it, Dale?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Well driven by both robots. And yeah, just ended up as a dead frog. Ribbit in peace.
Oh dear. Sam, what did you think of this one? Did you think Rust in Pieces would win?
I had Frog for this one. I will admit, because I've fought Nick before. He is a very good driver. When he doesn't drive down the pit, he's a very good driver. But yeah, they Rust in Pieces drove really well. I know Nick had some drive issues, so that obviously attributed to the loss. But yeah, it was a really good fight. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, he said he noticed afterwards that about 10 seconds in he lost drive on one side, or he cooked a motor or something.
Yeah. So the motors that we use, that a lot of people use, they bolt. So you basically have the motor and that bolts to a gearbox.
Mm-hmm.
And all that happened is that the motor had come detached, so it wasn't actually spinning the gearbox anymore. That's why he lost drive.
Oh no.
Silly little things.
Froggy. F for Froggy. So we move on to Hold My Beer from the Netherlands versus Halo from the United States. Now, viewers will recognise Jerome as he was part of the camera crew last year. They won't recognise Halo as these guys are newbies. So they've got a melty brain versus Jerome's pincer grabber thing. Plastic thing. That's what it was. So tactical maneuver by Jerome to wait for the pit to open. I mean, if I had Hold My Beer as my robot and I was up against Halo, I think that's the only tactic I could think of too, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't he didn't have much other choice, really. I mean, Halo is actually quite wide, isn't it? And I think it's actually wider than Hold My Beer's pincers.
Yeah, it's it was an absolutely huge robot. It is the highest energy beetle weight it's ever been built. So I think even if Jerome had tried to like rush it to stop it first, he'd have probably just been knocked away. I don't think he could have done anything that would have stopped them spinning up. So yeah, trying to wait for the pit and just hoping to bounce them in was probably the smart way to go, to be honest.
I quite liked how he opened the pit and then he thought about going in it himself instead of going up against Halo. It's like, I mean, it was clearly, I'm defeated either way. Which way do I want to go?
I think he was trying to get them over, but I don't think they were falling for it.
I'm just, wow. Halo just splattered Hold My Beer when the hit finally happened.
Yeah, it was a big old hit, yeah.
It was a big old hit. There's no other word for it. Splat is the word of the episode, and for that fight, definitely. Yeah. Dale, what did you think of this one?
Yeah, it was wait for a good hit, but it was wait for a good pit.
oh dear.
Yeah.
But he didn't get a good pit. He got splatted.
No, but he waited for it. So
patiently. John Reed style. Yeah. Oh, okay. So there we go. Hold My Beer went splat, and it turned out, as we found out just before the losers melee, that it did a lot more damage than Jerome initially thought. He said in his post-match interview that he thought it was just one of the motors or the gearbox, but then when he took it apart, there was more and more and more damage.
I mean, luckily he had loads of spares, so I think he was just replacing things, but it was kind of like, oh, I've replaced that. Oh, right, no, that's broken too. This is broken as well. Like, he was there for, we probably had a couple of hours in between the fights. He was there for most of that, just, replacing things. So
I think he pretty much built a whole new Hold My Beer by the time he got to the losers melee.
Yeah, I think it was a completely new one by the time.
Well, there we go. So we're going to move on to the eliminator fight, which was Maximum Ogredrive versus the champ K2. Now, our viewers will obviously remember you, Sam, from last season. You won the Best Driver Award, probably for your battle against Wee Woo, which was amazing. And going up against the champ, I think viewers who watched last season were stoked for this fight because they know that you're both good drivers. One has a driver's award and the other is on the podium. So this is a fight where we're expecting quality. And to be fair, we got it. I mean, both very well driven bots, and I knew this was going to be a good brawl. I knew that whichever one of you lost, you weren't going down easily, and it definitely didn't disappoint. You didn't go down easily, but ultimately K2 took the wins. Talk us through it from your perspective, Sam.
So I was actually really looking forward to this, and I was psyching Mark out in the pits. We were on the same pit bench, so he was running around trying to find armour to put on, and I was just sort of sitting there like, oh, it's probably not enough, Mark, but yeah, you do you. So like I knew going in it was not going to be an easy fight. And before we went in, I did notice that he would, if I went head on, he was going to hit the saw. So I was trying to go for the belt, and he got the saw. I think I probably
his weapon belt, you mean?
I was trying to get his weapon belt, yeah. So that's why I initially went head on, but he did catch the saw.
Your saw broke.
The saw did break, yeah, and then he bent one of the front forks I have on the front of the robot to try and get underneath things. So I sort of just kept hitting that into his weapon and trying to break it, trying to stop it. I was sort of waiting for the pit, but I noticed that he was kind of, every time I tried to move, he was kind of chasing me. So I didn't want to go for the pit in case he got a hit, like on one of the wheels or the back. And then eventually, one of the wheels, so the screws holding the wheel on, just shook loose from some of the hits, and that came off, and that was pretty much it. I think if it had gone to the judges, it would have been quite close, but that's how it do be sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much used Ogredrive as a battering ram after you lost the saw, and I've noticed actually that Ogredrive in itself looks quite flimsy, but actually has a lot of driving power. Did you upgrade the motors this season?
We actually use the same motors. We've upgraded the speed controllers.
Okay.
So last year, the speed controllers were sort of just generic, just like motor controllers, no fancy stuff. This year we got some really fancy ones. So they had stuff like motor braking, which means when you let go of the stick, the motors stop. So it makes it a lot more controllable. So you can sort of put it where you want. And it was a lot more controllable this year.
Yeah, because it was pushing K2 around. I mean, K2's four-wheel drive.
Yeah, we've got very grippy wheels. We've got we overvolt our motors as well, so that means that we run them at a higher voltage. So both me and K2 run 4S lipos, which is around 15 volts. So the batteries. Yeah. So Ogredrive, I think, is geared for around 12 miles an hour. So it can push. We've had it in testing. It'll push 3 beetle weights.
Oh wow!
Easily. So it's got a lot of pushing power. Yeah, it was good this year.
Dale, what did you think of this fight?
Well, onions have layers, and the arena had bits of Ogredrive everywhere. It was a good fight up until, dead ogre.
Dale's going to see how many Shrek puns he can get in here as well.
Yeah. That's fine. That's what I built them for. It's.
I mean, you're on the Shuntcast. You were also expecting it, to be fair.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we go on to the losers melee, which we did not expect to see maximum Ogredrive in. But to be fair, you lost to K2, and that's an honourable loss, right? We also had Sir Lancer-Frog and Hold My Beer, and we'll get it out the way early on. Ogredrive fainted, and then Hold My Beer ran around drunk for a little bit and then eventually got pushed in the pit by Sir Lancer-Frog. I found this one very entertaining, actually, because before Ogredrive fainted, you were having this lovely little tussle with Sir Lancer-Frog, and then just Hold My Beer, just drunkenly out of nowhere, just goes, meow, bomp, into the arena wall. And just like, I'm here! Hello!
He did. He blindsided me at one point. I don't remember that from the fight, but I watched it back yesterday, and he just took a full length arena run and just hit me from behind, which I didn't appreciate.
Sam has been hit in the behind by Jerome.
Pretty much, yeah.
You heard it here on the Shuntcast, ladies and gentlemen. But for a melee, this didn't really go on for very long because Ogredrive got stage fright, and then Hold My Beer just sort of did the drunk thing for a little bit, and then got pitted by Lance.
Yeah,
that was it.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we'll move on to Halo versus Rust in Pieces, and despite the lack of Sneaky Boy, Halo got Behemouthed.
He did get Behemouthed.
Right, because I mean, I have to say, right, this fight had me on the edge of my seat, right? It just looked like they might recover from it, because you noticed that they were spinning down as the pit was opening. So it was the team were obviously spin down, move, and then it just wasn't quite in time, and the rookies get another win. So
yeah,
awesome. They beat the scary American spinner. They can take that home.
Yeah, I think Rust in Pieces played it perfectly, to be honest. So they sort of kept it at a low enough speed. Both attacked at the same time to distract it, and then as soon as the pit went, they sort of had it exactly where they wanted it.
Yeah.
So it was brilliant driving. It really was.
I have to agree. Dale, what did you think?
I thought it was a pity for Halo. It represented. Sorry. It was short but sweet, I guess. It just got stuck on the pit and then in.
I just love the fact that it was is it, isn't it, is it, it's in the pit. Because there was just that little chance, because you saw them spinning down. No, they're in the pit.
And what tends to happen, because obviously the arena is in separate panels, so when a robot goes over the pit, it tends to go down slightly, so you end up with this lip. And if you haven't got a lot of traction or a lot of drive power, like Halo doesn't, because it's designed to spin, it just got stuck.
Yeah.
So I don't think they were getting off there, but yeah.
If they had, that would have been such a hero moment, though, wouldn't it?
Would have been. I think maybe they'd have got them in eventually. Rust in Pieces were definitely controlling the fight, from my point of view, at least.
Yeah. But there we go. So the rookies beat the scary American spinner. And then we go on to Sir Lancerfrog versus K2. I have to say, I was looking forward to this fight as well, because, as you say, Nick drives Sir Lancerfrog so well, and Mark Lee is the Bugglebots champion for a reason. Froggy went valiantly into battle with the champ, and he put up a good fight, but K2 just keeps on hitting and hitting, and ultimately our brave knight in Froggy armor was beaten. But boy, he put up a good fight though.
Yeah, Frog's one of those robots that you have to kill it. Like, you're not gonna sort of outdrive Nick. You have to keep hitting him until it stops. And I've fought Nick in the past. It's really difficult to do. So if any robot was going to do it, it was K2, because it is, as you say, relentless, and it will keep hitting you. And I don't think I've ever seen the spinner break. It just sort of keeps coming for you. I think he got the removable link in the end, so he just managed to get a hit on the back and pull that out.
I have fought him twice, and that's how he's defeated me both times. I mean, you've seen the wedge on my Beetle. Nothing is getting through that, even K2, right?
Yeah.
But the shock sent the flipping link out both times, and frustration.
It's always an annoying way to go. Yeah, it was. I think if that hadn't have happened, that would have just been. I think that fight could have gone to the judges. I don't think Frog would have died.
Yeah, I mean, Frog is such a tank.
Yeah.
Dale, what about you?
Yeah, I think you pretty much both summed it up well. I just wanted to mention as well Stephen's leapfrog comment. Pretty funny.
That was. I did enjoy that.
We all love a good pun.
We love a good Stephen pun as well. I mean, he is the gentleman who created robot tears. So
yes.
But what to do? Yeah. There we go. So on to the heat final. K2 versus Rust in Pieces. The rookies taking on the champ. And it's clear why he's the champ, really, isn't it? I mean, they were eliminated within seconds of each other. Did you notice? Because one was at the end of a count out as the other one got yeeted out of the arena. So it's literally, it was a slaughter. It really was.
Yeah, Mark is, as you say, a very good driver. He's also a very kind of wait for your moment driver. So he doesn't go in for any big attacks. He'll wait for you to, wait for people to come to him and take it. And that's exactly what he did. So he sort of picked one off at a time. And obviously they're half the weight of a beetle weight. So you've seen what K2 does to a full size one.
Yeah.
They just went flying.
Yeah. They did.
It was brutal.
If there was a good flying award, Rust in Pieces would get it.
Yeah.
But I think it was a very valiant effort from the Rust in Pieces guys. I mean, they took out the scary American spinner, and they can take that home.
Yeah, it
was a noble loss to the champ, just as yours was.
Exactly. Yeah, like he's the champ for the reason. You have to really be on your game to take him down. No one was this time.
I mean, the most recent time that K2 has been defeated that springs to mind is the Euros, actually, the 2019 Euros, because it came in third.
It did. It beat Ogredrive in third place.
Wayu was second, and Daedalus, X301.
X301, yeah.
X301 took first place. I actually, funnily enough, I'm going to have a self-plug moment here. I felt really frustrated after the Euros because I lost fights for dumb reasons, like my link coming out. Like my fight with Wayu was probably one of my favourite fights I've ever had, right? I was so pissed off about the link coming out when it did. And, but to be fair, all the bots that defeated me were on the podium. So I can take that home, right?
Yeah, you can't, you lost to the best robots there. So
bad. Yeah, exactly. But there we go. So that concludes the fights. K2 is off to the grand final episode to retain its title. Will it be defeated, and who will be joining it next week? We will wait and see. But we have a few things to do in the meantime, of course. It wouldn't be a Shuntcast without the Shunt Posting Awards. Yay!
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 Celebratory noises. Yay. Okay, so first up, we have the John Reed Good Hit of the Night Award, which I feel is fairly self-explanatory, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so what happens is we have 3 nominations for each of the award, and you get to vote Dale votes and I vote, and the one with the most votes wins.
Okay.
Voting for yourself is permitted.
Okay.
If you come up in the awards. So here we go. So for the John Reed Good Hit of the Night award, the nominees are Rust in Pieces Pitting Sir Lance Frog, Halo Destroys Hold My Beer, and K2 Yeeting Rust in Pieces. I will go to Dale first.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have to say Halo.
All right. I mean, it was a fairly good splatting, let's be honest.
Yes.
And then I love that there was repairs, and then there were more repairs, and then there were more repairs. So it was certainly a good hit. Sam, who would you like to vote for?
I would go for K2 yeeting Rust in Pieces, just because it was such a big hit, especially when they bounced in and then or out and then back in again. Okay. So that was that'd be mine.
Oh, it's tough. I think both of those are very good hits, and I'm very, very torn. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to the Halo guys because they didn't go into the heat final, and I feel like they can have another little something to take home. So congratulations, Halo!
Yay!
You win the John Reed Good Hit of the Night award for Bugglebots Heat 1.
Nice.
I have missed my calling, obviously. So on to the Salt Powered Robot Award. Again, we have 3 nominations. First up, we have Hold My Beer Waiting for the Pit, Halo Going into the Pit, and Maximum Ogredrive being eliminated as early on as it did. People are salty about this.
They are.
Like I said, voting for yourself is permitted. So on that basis, Sam, I'm going to go to you first for this one.
Oh, do I vote for myself?
Lots of people have. There's no shame in it. Al Kindle votes for himself.
Fair. I think out of the things that were most surprising, it maybe on that basis, Ogredrive going out so early is probably the biggest shock. So yeah, I'd probably go for that, just on balance.
I have to admit that Hold My Beer Waiting for the Pit was not exactly a shock because it's
that's true.
What else could it do in this scenario? And I think Halo going into the pit isn't really a shock either because I mean it's a melty brain. It hockey pucks around the arena. It won't go in the pit for the first 30 seconds because there is no pit for the first 30 seconds. But yes, so Halo going into the pit isn't surprising. I was surprised that Maximum Ogredrive was eliminated so early, but based on your opponents, I'm not. If you know what I mean. If you said to me, Maximum Ogredrive was eliminated in the eliminator round, I would have said, okay, who was his opponent? Was it K2? Was it Daedalus? Was it Silent Spring made a magical appearance from America? That's literally what I would have said. So am I entirely surprised by that? I don't know. Dale, yes. Who are you going to go for?
I was going to go for Halo, but since it won the first one, I'm going to have to go for Ogredrive. Give Sam one.
Well,
I need something.
Yeah.
That's 2 to Ogredrive, so no matter who I vote for, Ogredrive's taking it. So I'll make it a hat trick, Sam. I'm going to go for Ogredrive. So fair. Congratulations, Maximum Ogredrive. Woo!
Yay, this season was not a waste.
You've won the Salt Powered Robot Award for Bugglebots Episode 1. How do you feel, Sam?
Oh, yeah.
Delighted. So we move on to the Shunty McShunt Post Award. This is for the most memeable for any new listeners and for Sam because he doesn't take shunt posting as seriously as I do. So there's been quite a lot of Bugglebots memes, but the most popular that we've gone for is Piano Sam's,
yeah,
Jerome and Tim's shirts, or Novia's meme wink. So, Dale, I think I know who you're going to go for, to be honest. Or are you going to surprise me?
No, it's going to be the obvious one. Piano Sam's.
Dale has a thing for piano hands.
Yes.
So it's it's obviously Piano Sam's for Dale.
Right.
Or DJ Sam by Shaky. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Or Nail Polish. Who did that? Was it Suv?
That was Sav. Yeah, the nail polish one. Yeah.
Oh, it's been lovely. Okay, so Dale, that's a vote for Piano Sam. Sam, who would you like to vote for?
I voted for myself last time, and I'm sure eventually I will grow to love Piano Sam's. But I knew about the Jerome T-shirt thing before he did it, so I'm going to go for that because it was very, very funny.
Both very strong contenders here, but it's a tough one. But I think Piano Sam's takes it for me. The nail polish one in particular, I rolled over and died at that one. I'll be honest with you. So congratulations, Sam!
Yay! Life goals.
Shunt Posting loves you, and you can take that home.
Good. I feel warm and fuzzy.
Yay. Okay, we move on to the bit that Sam's really looking forward to. The bit that all the Roboteers look forward to. It's the member questions. Questions about your members. So there we go. Dale, you are going to start us off.
No. No, okay. Can Ogredrive cut Hardox?
With the current saw blades, no, they tend to blunt quite quickly in steel. But we have been doing some tests with a different kind of saw blade, and it has cut Hardox. Yes.
Ooh. Question 2. Why are your robots typically pea green in colour? And you'll never guess who sent that in.
Was it Sav?
I don't have confirmation of this because it's an anonymous Google form, but I'm fairly certain it is, yes.
Okay, I'll get him later. So basically, it was about 3 or 4 years ago now. I was having a chat with somebody, I can't remember, and we thought of the robot called Get Shreked, or calling a robot Get Shreked, and we're like, oh, we'll make it green, and then it just kind of stuck as a theme.
I mean, that's a fair reason.
Yeah.
It's no more nonsense than the Nelly the Ellibot story, of which you are involved with.
Yes.
But there we go.
Question. What do you think is the meta in Beetleweights in the UK at the moment?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question. I think at the moment, surprise, surprise, it would probably be vertical spinners.
Mm-hmm. You don't notice this on Bugglebots, by the way, because we have quite a diverse field. We have a bit of everything, which is nice. But then you look at the Euros and other local events, and it's very vert heavy.
It is very vert heavy. I think because they are quite easy to build. But yeah, I mean, there's more saturation of robot types. But yeah, definitely the ones that are that seem to be the most popular are vertical spinners. So, of which I am a part of. So.
You are, you dirty heathen. Although one thing I will say about Beetleweight, and I think it's a credit to the weight class and is probably to do with how cheap it is, but I think there is a lot more diversity in the Beetleweight class than there is in feathers and upwards.
Yeah, there is.
I would say that's largely down to price because obviously, no pun intended, Sam. I'm here all day. But you know, because Beetleweights are cheap, aren't they? And I think you mind less your crazy, wacky idea that you're not sure if it will work or not getting smashed up in the Beetleweight class than you do in a feather or a heavyweight class, right? Because there's a serious, expenditure difference there. But
there is.
So yeah, I think that's a real credit to Beetleweights, and I think Bugglebots kind of pulls that off by showing everything. Because we're not vert heavy, and we don't have lots of the meta, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Bugglebots is very diverse, which is what makes it sort of quite good because you don't know how to prepare for everything. So it's it's pushing people as well, which is great.
We're pushing the boundaries of the sport. Woohoo!
Hey.
I'll take that home. So I have another question for you. I suspect this might have also come from Salv, but there may be other candidates. You can let me know. So the question is this your swamp now?
No, this is not my swamp because I lost.
Aww.
Ogredrive sat in the middle of the arena and I think tried to claim that it was its swamp by not moving.
This is my.
This is where I live now, but no, no, it's not yet. Maybe next time, if there's next time, but no.
Do you know what it did? It went into the middle of the arena and it went, this is where I'm going to have a nap.
Pretty much, yeah. Sorry, Sam, but this is me now.
There we go. Dale, next
dear.
question.
Anyway, yes. So this season's result, will you be back with Maximum Ogredrive, or will you be back? Will you bring something else like Swag Demon?
No, I will absolutely be back with Maximum Ogredrive. Purely based on the fact that it is a good robot. Robots. I think everyone that does them has had this happen at least once, where it has just died, or things have gone wrong. That is not a reason to, scrap it and start again. It is currently the 4th highest rated beetle weight in the UK. It is ranked 4th.
Rory drove it for you though, didn't he?
Rory drove it, yeah. At the beetle weight champ. So like we know it's a good robot. It is currently working better than it's ever worked before. So I will be entering it if there's another season. And yeah, it's definitely here to stay.
Oh, I just thought of something that we could tell our listeners about. Funny thing about Rory driving it. So when Rory drove it, Maximum Ogredrive did the thing which Sam had always wanted to do to another robot with Maximum Ogredrive, but yeah. Rory did it and Sam is mad. What was that thing, Sam?
It was cause a battery fire. Bearing in mind, every single event that Maximum Ogredrive has been to, I have almost got a lipo. It's always been just to the left or just to the right of the lipo. It has never actually got the lipo. Rory in the first fight at the Beetleweight Champs immediately got a lipo. And I was pissed.
God damn it, Rory. Oh, there we go. So your next question is a very sensible question. What does Bob smell like?
Bob just smells of socks mostly. Not bad socks. just socks and manliness. He's just a beautiful man, really, isn't
he? He's a lovely man.
He smells exactly like you would expect him to smell.
Best answer, I think.
Yeah, diplomatic.
Yeah. Anyway, next question. Are there any robot or weapon types that you'd like to see come back into favour?
I mean, I liked saws, obviously, so I wanted those, which is the whole reason behind building Max Mojo, was to get, was to prove that beetle weight saws could be a thing, could be effective, because up until it hadn't been. I really want to see a really effective beetle weight crusher. No one's really managed to do that yet. And I know there are people that are planning to do that, but I think that would be a really cool thing to see come back.
Yes. Snippers McGee gave a good effort, but
he did. The issue is that it's a very heavy weapon setup to implement, so you have to be really careful. You have to, really careful with your design, and getting armor in there is difficult. So, but someone will do it eventually.
Okay, so your next question is: with the Shrek theme in mind, would you rather face a beetle pussycat or a beetle mule? Going with the whole donkey pussycat thing here. Puss in Boots, get it?
That is a good question and a hard question. I would rather fight. No, I like cats more than donkeys, so I'd rather fight a donkey. Yeah.
Fair enough. So if there's ever a beetle mule even,
yeah.
Sam would like to fight it.
I would like to fight it. Yes, with Ogredrive. Yes.
Yes. My last question for you. Why did you go for the big saw against K2?
Okay. Basically, the big saw was not on the robot when I got there. and I was kind of umming and ahhing about putting it on because we really wanted to test it and show it off. But obviously K2, there was a risk of it getting hit. And I think it was Chris Trudgeon, so the Zero Gravitas guy, was just like, go on, put it on, it'll be fun, and not bullied, but bullied me into it. So we put it on. In hindsight, it was a bad move, but there you go.
What can you do? Oh dear. Okay, so my last question is in fact a little game. It's a little game called Beat Defeat Judges.
Okay.
So you get given 3 robots, and one of them you beat, one of them defeats you, and one goes to the judges.
Okay.
Okay, so your 3 robots are Good Boy, Daedalus, and Drizzle. So you have you beat one, you get defeated by one, and one goes to the judges.
I would say get defeated by Good Boy, only because Max Ogredrive's first ever fight was against Good Boy, and it was quite mean to it and cut through the link and lots of other places. And I would like to give Good Boy some revenge. So that's the robot that can defeat me.
He is the goodest of boys as well.
It is the goodest of boys. I did not feel good about it. Trust me.
You're a bad boy.
I am a bad person. This is. I'm nice in interviews, but I'm not very nice in when I'm driving. I would like to beat Daedalus. I've fought Daedalus with 2 robots now, and it has whooped me both times. So it is my Everest. It is the robot that I would like to beat.
On the other hand, it did get recently defeated by Dwayne Nibley.
It did,
which is just bloody glorious.
Yeah, Dwayne Nibley is just it is just amazing, and James is such a nice guy as well, and he thoroughly deserves that. He's
an awesome driver.
He is an absolutely amazing driver,
and I love that Dwayne Nibley won it. But so going back to your little game though, so that means Drizzle, it goes to the judges.
That's the only one left, yeah. I somehow that happens where the big bounce around everywhere spinner and the robot that likes to cut through electrics, somehow that goes to the judges. I
mean, it can self-right.
It can self-right.
Not always reliably, but it can.
Yeah, I don't know how that would end up going to the judges. Maybe they just get stuck together. I don't know.
Or you pit each other.
Yeah, we'd pit each other, or Drizzle would immobilize me at the same time and then bounce in the pit. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh, I know what happens because this is Drizzle, right? So you go for Drizzle, right? Drizzle comes for you, weapon to weapon hit, and you bounce off onto the ceiling because of Drizzle.
Yep.
And then you bounce back down and you hit Drizzle's weapon again, and then you both go ping across the arena, and then both land in the pit.
Yeah,
because honestly, with Drizzle, this is plausible.
This is normal Drizzle behaviour.
Right, exactly. So I think, all in all, this was a very successful game of Beat Defeat Judges.
Yes,
we were highly accurate in this game.
Yeah, this was people learned.
This is true. Well, there we go. That's the end of the member question section. You're off the hook. You can breathe now.
Good.
So I'm afraid, ladies and gentlebots, that means it is the end of the Shuntcast. Sad faces. Sam is quietly delighted. Why did I agree to this? Well, have you enjoyed your time on the show, Sam?
I have very much enjoyed it. Thank you for having me. It has been fun.
Yeah, isn't he sweet? This totally isn't scripted at all.
I've been paid a lot of money.
Yes.
So now they know you're lying because they know we're both broke.
True.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's goodbye from Dale.
Hello. Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Sam.
Something sore green. Bye.
And it's goodbye from the Queen. Goodbye.